And onto the floor, it's Miura Hanako from Japan.
And the Japanese girls, as John already said, never been quite as good, but reviving their status that they once had in the world back in the 60s. Nice full in, back out. Hiked in the second somersault. Front walkout, double back piked. Upgrading the double back pike because she put a front somersault in before the Arab Spring flipped back. Double spin, but fell out of it rather than stepped out of it. But this one of the best performances I've seen from a Japanese girl in many years. Powerful, very fast moving, full of character, and she certainly had the content.
Li Li to the beam. Had that disappointing bar score, 9.625. Now, can she make it up? She's a beautiful beam worker. Flick. Straight back. Again, wonderfully controlled. No wavering there at all.
But very tender in international experience and showing her nerves. She generally has quite a relaxed look on her face, but she's looking quite stressed, obviously nervous, and this shows by the wobbles on some of the landings. This next movement, she should get full marks for originality. 1 1/4 back shoulder spin. Nobody has ever performed that in the world before. Very, very difficult. And already showing signs of looking a little more relaxed. Dismount. Nice high double twist. Going for perfection rather than high tariff.
Well, she looks happy enough at the end of it. It all finished well. Stress points early on. On floor, Sandy Woolsey from the USA. Now, Sandy really looking towards the apparatus finals because she had a terrible time on the beam. 8.725 her score after falls galore.
Not judging her first tumble too well. She stepped out of the floor area. That very difficult dance is called isolation, where separating different body parts.
And 3 twists there. Well, it all finished well. Struggled that put out on the first tumble, but she'll be happier than she was when she finished the beam.
Yes, a jolly good exercise from Sandy Woolsey. Difficult to finish after 1 minute and 30 seconds on a triple twist.
Li 9.837 for her beam. And this one of the crucial moments of this World Cup competition. Svetlana Boginskaya onto the beam, that lovely front somersault mount. She lands that really well. But she cannot afford one mistake, and she needs something around 9.98 to go into the lead in front of Yang Bo.
She's very subtly overcome a few mini crises. The landing from her split jump and the combination was running out of steam a little, but she disguised it so well. Tremendously experienced. And the secret when under pressure is tempo. Keep the tempo moving. This gainer straight, ooh, a bit dodgy.
Emphasizing the grace of movement with those long legs is the dismount, and sticks that wonderfully well. The perfect double back to finish with, but it depends really, as Monica was saying, how much the judges decide to deduct for those little crisis points earlier in the exercise.
But what a mind of steel to get on and perform, especially right up to the dismount. There wasn't a murmur on that.
To floor, Stephanie Lamboret from Belgium. Whip back and the double tuck back somersault at the end.
And Stephanie really in love with the sport. She's been involved in gymnastics for 13 years. Started not heavy training, but was involved from when she was 5 years old. But she's only actually competed during the last 5 years.
And didn't have the power to carry through that second double tuck back down onto her knees.
Yes, so much of gymnastics, before the skills are ever there, is the fitness to be able to perform them.
And Boginskaya's score has just come up 9.887. That puts her into 4th place behind Yang Bo, Anodi and Lysenko.
And amidst all the excitement in the arena, Brandy Johnson from the USA. And if all goes well, she has an exciting routine. Some very creative gymnastics involved, starting there with the planche.
She's a tough competitor. She's gone well so far, 9.8 and 9.85.
Flick double straight, a little under-rotated on the second one. The slack knee. Announcing that really to the judges.